Hey everybody, so today we are here at Wellness 360 in beautiful Troy, Ohio, and I'm here with Jeff Cotner, and we're going to get a little bit of a backstory of how he got here, some of the products that we have to offer here, and maybe some future plans for Wellness 360. So Jeff, good to be with you today. So if you wouldn't mind, kind of introduce yourself to the people and maybe give them your backstory a little bit.
Thanks, Brian. I'm Jeff Cotner. I'm one of the co-owners of Wellness 360 here in Troy. My story, the store's story, I had some medical issues about 3 years ago where my family physician told me to go out and find CBD. I was taking about 13 different medications at the time for high blood pressure, cholesterol, you name it, I was taking it. Was also taking a lot of Vicodin and using alcohol to manage my own pain. I've struggled with pain for about 20 years of my life. With my doctor's recommendation, I found CBD in Florida, and I was starting to see some results from it. A good friend of mine sold the natural native product that we carry here in the store, so I tried that, loved it. It took me about 45 days to get my optimal dose configured. Since then, I've been on that dose for the last 3 years, so it's really helped me with the pain management, sleeping at night. The CBD has really given me a lot of benefits, and I was just one of the fortunate, because doctors usually don't recommend a non-FDA regulated product.
Right.
It's kind of their thing to kind of use big pharma medications and the side effects to cure different ailments that we have, like myself with the Vicodin. I was taking it for the pain. Didn't think I had really an issue. I wouldn't say that I did at the time. Looking back on it, no doubt I did. I was taking Vicodin and drinking alcohol just to feel comfortable in my daily routine. So I went out to Oklahoma and met with the owners of Natural Native, and we talked about some different business ideas. So what we wanted to do was open up 20 stores in 2 years. So we were very aggressive. We met in September 2019. We signed a lease on this space in November of 2019. The plans were to open the store at the end of March. Our grand opening was the end of March 2020, which everybody knows.
We know where that's going.
COVID, pandemic. So we're COVID babies. The store opened at the end of June. That was our grand opening, so we fell a little bit behind with all the masks, people, staying at home. It's been a real struggle to keep the doors open. And we're doing what we can do to try to let people know. And that's when Brian came in and asked about doing a little interview to kind of showcase what we do have to offer here at Wellness 360. You want to go through and take a look at some of the products?
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to say, as a kind of a shameless personal endorsement, I've been here several times, and Tyler Grant, who many of you know, also works here. This is really a place, if you're looking for something that is focused on your health, focused on living a more natural, a better life, a happier existence. These are the places we need to check out, and especially because these are locals. These are local businesses that I think it's important to be out there supporting. It's easy for us to run to the big box stores and do our buying, but to be honest with you, one of the reasons that this is important to me is because Jeff cares. And this is important to him, and it means something to him. And if you know me, I love people who love what they're doing. So we're going to take a couple minutes and go through some of the products that are available, and then that way you'll know what I know. All right, one sec. All right, so now Jeff is going to show us this Doterra product line I have a little bit of experience with, and if you're going to check here, you'll see that link, but Jeff is going to walk you through what they have here in the store. So Jeff?
Here's our Doterra essential oil line. The nice thing about Doterra, we partnered with Lionhearted Natural Wellness and Lindsay Brookhart, and she brought it to my attention on what essential oils can do for the human body and for different ailments and different problems that you have. So we dug in deep and actually looked at different companies. I fell in love with the Doterra brand. The one thing that I really like about the Doterra brand is on most of the oils that you can take orally. So you can actually put these oils in your mouth. So like here's the lemon. You can put the lemon in your hand and actually consume the lemon oil. So that's something that tells me if you can put it in your body, that the oil is being sourced from a company or from a different region of the world, that it is beneficial to your body, not that it's going to harm you like some of the other essential oils that are out there, or diluted down essential oils.
Gotcha. So this Doterra line, I have personal experience with it, and I can vouch for it. I have several of their products that I take on a regular basis, and so I know I trust them. So, and Jeff does as well. Now, Jeff, is there something, other things in the store you want to take a look at?
There is. We'll take a look at the Terry Naturally products.
Terry Natural. Sounds awesome. All right, here we go.
Okay, here we are in front of the Terry Naturally products. Terry Naturally is a company based out of Wisconsin that uses the plants that Mother Nature gives us to aid in our bodies. All their products are good for you. So taken individually, there's only benefits that can come from the Terry Naturally products. Their products are money back guarantee. So if you come in and buy their Curamin and the product does not work well for you, you bring it back in, we give you an immediate refund back on your credit card if you paid by credit card, and then I submit the product back to the company. So there's no risk in trying the products. It's not a 30-day, it's any time throughout the bottle that you have that you're saying, this isn't for me, bring it back in, we'll get you the refund, and then find something that might work a little bit better for you in the store. The nice thing about Terry Naturally products is they provide you with a ton of information about each product. So like right here's the Clinical Essentials Immune. It talks about what the product is going to do for you, how much vitamin A, C, E is in the actual product itself. So there's no fillers. I mean, so you're getting exactly what you're paying for. Zero side effects. Curamed, most people are familiar with that. If you're not, it's a safe alternative to ibuprofen and Tylenol. Why we're here, Just Thrive is our probiotic that we carry. It's a spore-based probiotic. In my opinion, it's the best probiotic on the market. You don't have to refrigerate it. There's a lot of information here, and we can talk to you about gut health. Gut health is very, very important, that most people that live on a fast food diet really should come in and see us and let us help what's going on with gut health. Gut health is real. It affects your entire body. So we can, they have a prebiotic and a probiotic with Just Thrive. Back to Terry Naturally products, like I said, 100% money back guarantee. Try it out. They make some really bold statements. And here talks about using their French grapeseed extract, which is their clinical OPC product, where it actually reduces the size of cancer tumors. And there's a full report right here of everything that they are saying and the test groups that they used for the product. I know you can't read the information here, but feel free to stop in, take a look at it. We have a bunch of books that I'm going to show you here in a second that are yours to take home with you. So if you have issues with your thyroid and your doctor has you on medication, take the book into your doctor and say, hey, I'm thinking about trying this new thyroid care. What's your thoughts on it? Because one thing that we always try to push here is make sure you consult with your physician on anything you're putting in your body. Even if it's vitamin C from a big store next door. Your body adjusts differently. Everybody's body's different, and you need to have a great relationship with your doctor. And if you don't feel like you can be open and honest with your doctor, you need to find a physician that'll work with you. Like I said at the beginning, I was very fortunate that I had a physician who told me to search CBD. He wasn't trying to sell me a particular product. He was just telling me to find CBD and learn what it can do for you. So it's the same thing with the Terry Naturally products and any other product that we carry in store. Talk to your physicians. Make sure that you guys are on the same page on what you're doing. I had mentioned earlier that I was taking about 13 different pills a day through blood work, and it was my doctor and I, when I would go in, they would laugh at me. I had so many holes in me from giving blood. But we were doing it all to get me off the blood pressure medication, the cholesterol medication. That was my goal. It wasn't necessarily the doctor's. It was my goal to get off that medication, but I also know that medications are beneficial to the human body for different ailments. So I wanted to make sure that my blood pressure was under control by using the CBD and not just saying I'm going to stop taking the big pharma medication and I'm going to try this CBD and hopefully it works and I live to tell the story. I'm very fortunate. I'm still here thanks to CBD and the different products that we carry in the store. Okay, here we are talking about Terry Naturally and the different booklets that we were just talking about that they provide us to give to our customers so the customers can read about the different products that they carry. The Anxio Calm's one of them. Here's the All Natural Anxiety Cure booklet that talks about the Anxio Calm and also different ways to control your anxiety. Have trouble with your thyroid. Here's a whole book on iodine in your thyroid that you can read through. There's no cost to you. They provide Thyroid Care, which is one of their products that addresses the iodine and your thyroid.
And they literally provide all this stuff for free?
All this stuff is for free.
Okay.
So it's a great
resource.
It's a great resource. It doesn't cost anything to walk in the door, say, hey, Jeff, I need something. I'm taking whatever medication it would be for anxiety, and I don't like the side effects of it. Well, here you can read about it, try it. If you don't like it, bring it back in. We'll give you your money back, and we'll look at different options that we have in the store. So that's why we love the company of Terry Naturally, is because they stand behind their products 100%. Not only are they good for you, they just stand behind their products so they work. When companies stand behind something that, like a money back guarantee, they're saying this product's going to work because they're not going to fill their warehouses with half-used bottles of product. Type 2 diabetes. It's the American way right now.
Yes.
And it's awful. Right here's a book on it, Prevent and Reverse Type 2 Diabetes. And you can go through, it tells you about sugar, everything that you probably might already know, but it also gives you a source with their sucranol D to try something that's plant-based. There's no side effects. If you don't like it again, you bring it back in. I've only had one bottle of a particular product that came back. And it was, we're really not sure why. They just said it didn't work, but they only took it for 2 days. So, and we've sold hundreds and hundreds of their products, and they're working. The repeat customers that come back in, and it's really, I try not to get emotional about it, but when somebody comes in and they're really struggling with something and they've tried everything, they feel like that we're kind of their last resort, and they come back in and give me a hug, even during COVID. Yes, they did. And they're like, thank you, Jeff, for what you're doing for the community and what you're doing to help people feel better. I mean, that's the reason we're in the business. And Terry Naturally just makes it easy for us to do that.
Awesome. Well, that's why I'm here. I think you're helping the community with what you're doing, and I mean, the word needs to get out. I think you're doing a great service here. So what else would you like to show us?
Well, since we're right here, we'll go into the Lone Star Botanicals. They are based out of Tyler, Texas. I have a great relationship with this company, and the neat thing about Lone Star is they actually source their products from the country of origin. So, like the blue spirulina, it tells you everything, and this all comes from the company too. So it's information about the product that is in the package that tells you there's no fillers again. It's actual blue spirulina in this product, and it's sourced from Mongolia. So what they do is I'm part of a group buying power. One of our most popular supplements that we sell is our moringa powder, and I was paying unbelievable dollar amounts through the same company, and then the owner and I kind of got to talking about things. So I'm in with a group now that's brought our prices down to allow us to carry the products. When we first brought it in, we brought it in for our smoothies, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. I couldn't afford to put it on the shelves here and expect customers to come in and spend $150, $200 on a 100-gram bag of powder.
That would be hard.
You know, we're just in the wrong demographics for that scenario. Now we're working together, and the buying power's there, so we're actually bringing in our most expensive product is $30, and it's 100%. If you're buying the Lion's Mane mushroom extract, that is what's in that bag. There's no fillers to fill the bag to make it look better. This is what you're paying for, is the true product. So it's just a great company.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing cleanses and different, you know, for your liver. Beetroot, it's great for it. And add it to your smoothie. If you don't like to make smoothies at home, I'll get to it here in just a second. We're going to talk about how I can make smoothies for you without sugar. So we're going to slide on over here to the Pure Life products. Pure Life, once again, every company, and I keep saying it over and over to each company that we go with, it's what I feel like is the best in the market for what they are providing the customer. So the big thing, and I'll use it a lot, there's no fillers. I mean, you're getting pure product, which you can't say enough about. I mean,
right.
if you do any research on what are in different capsules, I mean, the actual medical benefits are so minute compared to the extras, because nobody wants to take a pill the size of the lead of a pencil. Well,
right.
You know, it makes sense. So they fill it with, it's not even worth discussing, stuff that's not good for your body. Your body doesn't need that to survive. So here with Pure Life, stress, mood, sleep support. The nice thing is they use fennel, GABA, and it just makes you feel better. I mean, to sum it up, I take the GABA Max because it's in a powder form and I can microdose with it. So every morning on an empty stomach, I put it right in my water, which I drink a lot of water. That's the only thing I put in my body is water. And with the GABA Max, it helps with focus. It just kind of knocks the rough edges off the day. So if you feel like you're having a bad day,
yeah,
or you might think it could be a bad day, this stuff is amazing. And it's been tough for us to get in.
Yeah.
You know, every month there's several people that's actually on a list when the product comes in. So it's nice that we have product here for the shoot, so that I can actually show you instead of giving you a little,
right,
once again, information on the product that you can come in and take with you and do all the research. We've done all the hard labor work for you as far as researching the products in our store, to where you can just come in, grab stuff, go home and read it, or come in and talk to myself, Tyler, or Lindsay, and we can help you with anything that you need help with. We have so many different options. CBD is not the number one product that you're walking in the store, or Pure Life. There's so many different options that we can kind of point you. If you're not a big fan of CBD, or you're not a big fan of this, or you're not a fan of this, we have so many options of ways that we can help you. So that's Pure Life, the Gabatrol, the Eden, and the Gabamax. My son actually uses the Eden for sleep support. Okay, Life Aid. Great company. It's a safe alternative to the different sports energy drinks that are out there on the market. The one I grabbed right here is their the Herbal Lemon, which actually has 20 milligrams of CBD in it. They also have the Immunity, which is an orange burst flavor, and we carry the Melon, which is a low-calorie Focus Aid. Great products. They're just a safe alternative than the traditional energy and sports drinks that people are currently using.
I have family members who function on the energy drinks, so
it's our society. I mean, everything is fast-paced. We sleep hard, and then we're supposed to be at full tilt the other 20 hours of the day, or however many hours of the day that people are sleeping at night and working the rest. I feel like I'm working 22 hours a day to try to just promote the store and keep things afloat.
yeah, and you're bringing healthy alternatives. That's I say that jokingly, because I think pretty much everyone knows how unhealthy most energy drinks are, but you're giving a viable, healthy alternative to, if you are in the habit of, getting up and getting your energy drink, here's something here that you can replace that with, that's not going to have the laundry list of negative side effects with it.
And our lives are based on routines.
Yeah, very much so.
And so, and that's something that we do a lot of here and we're starting to do more. We've been doing our Wellness Wednesdays. Where we're educating. I mean, it's not a sales pitch. We are educating the public on what products we carry in our store. So we've had some nice turnouts. That's actually how I got the opportunity to meet Brian, and it just gives people reassurance that when you go into a big box store and you buy something off the shelf, you don't know if it's going to work, what it's going to do to your body, what it's going to do to the insides of you. So, we provide a lot of information. So there's so much that you can read. But if you want the Cliff Note version, you can walk right in and say, Jeff, this is what I have. What do you suggest? And I'll make a suggestion for you. And the biggest thing that we need from our customers is feedback. If when products are working great, I love to use those as testimonials,
right.
For others. If something's not working, I also want to share that with people. We are 100% transparent. So we like to let people know what's working for people and what's not working. Obviously, if a product that I'm carrying in the store is not working for a large number of people, then I'll address that with the company and try to figure out what fix needs to be made.
Right.
So that's the nice thing. You can walk in here and in 2 minutes, I can give you enough information and samples that you can be on your way and come back in a few days whenever you get a chance to go through it. And then we can talk about the products. So just getting in the store and seeing what we have to offer, really is beneficial.
Well, yeah, great first step.
Okay, here we are in front of the refreshment cooler. These are products from Hidden Pond Farm. Hidden Pond Farm is located in Centerville, Indiana. We use them they make a variety of different krauts, their beet kvass, different flavored kombuchas. That's our CBD water, which is made by Natural Native. Foods Alive, which we haven't had a chance to talk about, but do They make their products and they're all labeled organic, raw, vegan, gluten-free, and they're all labeled that. One thing that I found with the Foods Alive is that they're also dairy-free.
Wow.
It's not labeled on their package, but I was talking to them. They're located in Angola, Indiana, and I was, in conversation that they're 100% dairy-free, which it's not on their label, but I had a customer that was asking the question, and it's pretty awesome. I mean,
yeah.
It's pretty nice. So Foods Alive, which we'll talk more about Foods Alive. Hidden Pond Farm, for all of your krauts and kombuchas, that's who we love. I mean, it's a small farm. It's a husband-wife that started selling to retail stores in the last 15, 20 years, and they're just phenomenal. I mean, the farmers really neat to see. They make everything right there.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's not, when I call and tell them, hey, I need a couple cases of kombucha, it's not like they have thousands and thousands of cases just sitting there waiting for my call. They're like, okay, in 3 days, Jeff, you can come pick it up. So they're great to work with. Beverly is just outstanding young lady that takes great care of us and provides our customer with, in my opinion, once again, it's my opinion, the best kombucha and krauts on the market.
Nice. And the fermented foods are a very important part of a healthy gut, healthy living. And it's one of those, if you can find someone who's doing it right, man, especially in a family situation like that, their concern is for health and wellness too. It seems like you're like kind of accumulating a group of businesses that have your mindset as far as what the importance of the products you're offering.
Absolutely, and we've been open 9 months now, but with COVID, it was just so tough to network, and I feel very fortunate that I have created enough relationships with these different manufacturing companies that we can provide these great products. Now it's just continuing to educate
right.
the people of Troy and the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
So we tested different products, and in the last few months we've really been able to bring in some stuff that we're getting enough feedback from customers.
Right.
Before that it was kind of hit and miss on who was walking through the door and who we could help. Right.
Yeah, but now that you guys are getting established, and the store really is, there's a variety of things to look at. So it's definitely not a single purpose store. You can come in and find something to take care of just about any of your health needs, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are talking about CBD. The reason Wellness 360 was even started was, like I'd mentioned earlier, I went out to Oklahoma and partnered with Natural Native, which, here's some of their products. There's their CBD balm. It's a 300 milligram liposomal. Not really going to get into the liposomal, but basically liposomal is saying that it's more bioavailable to your body, and bioavailability is your body absorbing the product, in this case the CBD. And stop in the store, I can explain the liposomes to you and really show you how it benefits you. Our topical, this is our number one selling product, is the topical balm. The nice thing and what attracted me to Natural Native was when I got into it was about 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago, and there was a lot of CBD companies coming into the market at that time. It just became federally legal, and then Ohio. So I was in that whole process when Ohio
first let it come in.
Come in with Trump's 2018 Farm Bill. So I was in it before, searching for CBD, and then during that transition, seeing the number of companies, because they anticipated it being a $22 billion industry. So everybody, boom, let's get into the CBD world. It's got to be the thing to do.
Right.
With that, you'll find that honestly over 80% of the CBD manufacturers, and I believe the number is 86%, are fraudulent in some way. And I don't have the article here in front of me to source it. So with that being said, It doesn't mean they're doing everything incorrectly.
Right, but
it just means there's something going on that the FDA does not like, and it's a non-FDA regulated product at this point, until Big Pharma can wrap their hands around it and figure out what they're going to do. I'm not sure I was supposed to say that, but I did.
It's true.
I did say it. So their CBD balms are number one selling item for topical pain. So if you have pain, this is the first place I'm going to put you, straight into the balm. Repeat customers, this is what everybody comes in the door for, and it's our best-selling product. But when I was talking about the different companies, one thing I started to notice was these QR codes. And the Native product had it, but the company that I was using prior to did not. So I started asking questions, and when I went out and met with the guys out in Oklahoma, they explained it to me, and they are amazingly transparent. So you scan this, it takes it to a third-party testing analysis sheet.
Okay.
So it's going to tell you exactly what's in their CBD balm. They take it one step further. On the bottom of the is their batch code.
Batch codes, yeah.
So when you go to naturalnative.com, you click on the 300 milligram CBD balm, it's going to pull this balm up. It's going to have a list of testing numbers. You click on it, it shows you exactly not only what's in their CBD balm, but what's in their CBD balm that you are putting on your body. So it's in this container.
It's that exact batch.
That exact batch is in this container. So that right there said, wow, transparent. This is the company. This is amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah, you can't track a package with UPS that easily. Yeah, that's incredible.
So you can see exactly what's went on, and if they had all their products, all their batch numbers stay on report. And they do that in all their sprays too. They have scan code, batch number. So it's a 1250 milligram CBD, and there's 15 milligrams of CBG. When you look at that test result, it's going to show you exactly what's in it. All of our products from Natural Native are THC free. So you're allowed to contain up to 0.3% Delta 9 THC in your products per the Farm Bill. However, they pull them all out. That way there's no questions when it comes to drug testing.
Yeah.
Different companies, with the job situation, I think companies are a little bit more flexible right now. That
Probably.
If somebody's using CBD, that they're still going to have a job because nobody can find employment. This is actually the product that I take. I take the 1250 milligram and the 15 milligrams of CBG. CBG is great for restful night's sleep, and it helps in gut health.
Gut health. Right.
So the CBG is a different cannabinoid of the hemp plant. Everybody talks about CBD, but CBG is an additional one that they're learning more and more about in the industry.
Nice.
They also have the CBN, which is the nighttime sleeping spray. So if you're having trouble with sleep at night, boom, 6 sprays of this underneath your tongue about a half hour before you go to bed, and you will sleep like a baby.
Oh, nice.
So that's great products. So all the Natural Native products, we carry their gummies, we carry everything that they carry in their line. We showed you the water earlier. So come in, check it out, and let us give you some samples. We've got little samples of the balm that everyone that walks in the door that's experiencing pain, I let them try it out. 90% of them come back in and buy the product.
Nice. Awesome.
Okay, here at Wellness 360, we offer our own line of smoothies called 360 Smoothies. When we discuss smoothies, the one thing that we noticed is that a lot of smoothie businesses add a ton of sugar to their smoothies. So if somebody's using it as like a meal replacement, if they're on some type of a calorie count or whatever they're on to lose weight, so they're skipping their meal and having a smoothie. There is a local smoothie business, and I'm not going to mention who it is for obvious reasons, but they have a low-fat smoothie that is the equivalent of eating 4 Snicker bars. So when you think, instead of drinking that smoothie, I could eat 2 Snicker bars and this is a meal replacement. So we decided to wrap our hands around it. My daughter, Lindsay, she did a phenomenal job with doing some research for me and being a great taste tester of how can we make smoothies without adding sugar taste amazing. And we came up with it, and I'll kind of show you what we have here is our team favorites. That's what we like as a team here at Wellness 360. So our clean and green is orange juice, cranberry juice, yogurt, baby spinach, blueberries, and bananas. You can go home, you can make it, because that's exactly what we use. We use real ingredients. There's no powders or any type of artificial flavorings that go in. We use the actual fruits and vegetables to make our smoothies. Sugar, we don't even carry sugar in our establishment. So most people know what sugar is doing to us as Americans,
yes.
And and for the diabetes and different health issues. So we've made a product that you come in and get the chocolate peanut butter. It tastes like a chocolate peanut butter.
It's absolutely delicious.
Kind of like a milkshake. And
yeah, absolutely.
It's phenomenal. And we use almond milk, bananas, organic peanut butter, and cacao powder, and honey. So we're not adding the cup or 2 of sugar that some of the other smoothie companies use to promote their sales. We're doing this to allow the customer that walks in the door to feel safe. I'm doing a meal replacement, or I'm doing dirty keto or regular keto. What are my options here? And we can kind of talk through it. I'm not going to tell people about their diet, quote unquote. But I'm going to tell them what we can do and let them make their own decisions.
Right.
The biggest problem that we run into is the education part. 5 years ago, I owned a restaurant in Piqua, and I didn't know half of what I know now about the human body and what we put into our bodies and the effects that it has. I've done a lot of research on it, and that is kind of the goal with our store here, is just to show people there are different options, know what you're putting in your body, and make the decision yourself. We're not going to make the decisions for people. We know when people leave our establishment that they have to make the choices on their own.
Right.
We're just going to try to guide them and give them, I guess, healthy, safe, good tasting options to keep them from going to a local ice cream place and getting a chocolate peanut butter milkshake, saving the 150 to 500 calorie difference coming in here and getting our chocolate peanut butter smoothie, which is our #1 seller, which I know, Brian, you really like it.
Oh, absolutely. And you feel good about it. That's the thing is, as a person who does have a sweet tooth myself, it fills that urge to have that sweet treat, but there's no negative after effect. It doesn't throw your blood sugar into a spiral, and it doesn't throw your system into, especially if you have any kind of dairy issues. If you guys can see the menus there, that is a very, very clean menu on the team favorites. So there's very few people who wouldn't be able to walk in here and consume just about anything on the list, and I'm through about half so far. So far they're all winners. I haven't had one that I would not get again.
And so if you don't see anything that you like on the team favorites, you can basically build your own perfect smoothie. So you pick a base. So if you love apple juice, what kind of fruit do you like? So you're going to do an apple juice with raspberry, banana, and blueberry smoothie. As you move over, let's add carrots to it. I get the question all the time, what's carrots taste like in the smoothie, or what's kale? When people try it, they're like, wow, it just tastes refreshing. It tastes cleaner, or some of the statements that I get back. And so people are making healthier choices by adding, the vegetables. Our complete health essentials, can't say enough about them. We use the Foods Alive product for our protein powder, Max Living through Full Life Chiropractic, which, we have a great relationship with Full Life Chiropractic. We use their whey protein as our whey protein powder here. We got chia seeds, flax seeds, maca powder, spirulina, whole grain oats, vitamin B12, probiotics, ginger. So the list goes on and on and on and on what we can add to it. The nice thing that we have, once again, are printed material sheets. So like our moringa powder, there's a sheet right here that tells you what is moringa powder. It's 15 times more potassium than bananas, 9 times more protein than yogurt, and the list goes on and on. So most people are like, yeah, I'll try that, and there isn't a different taste that it adds to the smoothie, which is the nice thing. So I always say, well, it tastes like dirt. It came from the earth. And that's kind of how my smoothies do taste. I mean, they're not a refreshing fruit. I eat to survive, and I try to put in my body what my body needs. Moringa powder every day. If you're not a big food if your diet doesn't consist of a lot of fruits and vegetables, this is an easy place to come in and get your fruits and vegetables, add the moringa powder. By 8 o'clock in the morning, usually by about 6:30 in the morning, I have more than I need as far as vitamins and minerals in my body for the entire day. So when I eat broccoli or any type of vegetables with my meals throughout the day, I'm eating them out of enjoyment because I like to.
You enjoy the food.
I enjoy the food, so I'm not trying to force in the 5 to 7 to who knows what it's going to end up being, 92 servings a day, because of our soil's not as rich in nutrients as it used to be, and most of you are well aware of that out there. And so supplements are good to add in things that your body's deficient in.
Right.
And the moringa powder, it's our number one selling add-on because of the benefits.
And he's not exaggerating when he says it adds no taste to it. It adds no taste. It literally, you couldn't even tell it was in there. I'm pretty sensitive when I eat of what's in my food, but there was no, like you're saying, there was no dirt.
It's no dirt.
There was no dirt.
It's not Jeff's morning smoothie that tastes like, is somebody supposed to drink this? But I actually enjoy them.
Right.
So your taste buds kind of change as
They
you go.
do. They do.
And, sugary is not ever been part of my makeup as far as diet choices. So we also have, I'll grab the sheet real quick, just of all of our superfoods. You can kind of see right here where it goes through the kale, flax seeds, whole grain oats, chia seeds, ginger, spirulina, and the maca powder. The nice thing is we have it broke down it explains exactly what the superfoods do for your body. And it's just a sheet that when you walk in the door, you come up to order a smoothie, what's spirulina? It walks you right through, letting you know spirulina is a very concentrated source of vitamins and minerals. It's very detoxifying. So I get a lot of people that are doing detoxes or
very popular.
And everything is soft here. We're not, trying to do the hard detox, but it just aids in your body in what your body needs. So everybody knows how they feel, and you're the only person that knows how your body feels. We can only guess as store owners and different individuals that are, what do you like, and how are you feeling today? So if you come in the door and you feel a little lethargic or tired, add a little B12 to your smoothie. Add the moringa powder. Make sure you're getting what you need nutrient-wise throughout the day. So stop in. If you become a member of our email list, we send out periodic newsletters and information to over 300 individuals that are on our email list. it gives you a great chance to win free smoothies, to get certain discounts off of different products that we have in the store. So when you come in, make sure you ask us, I want to be part of your email club. There's no charge for it.
Nice.
It just lets you know, hey, we're going to run 50% off this product this week. And we do have a 50% off sale table right now. They're doing some of the companies are doing some label changing. So we are moving the products through. For the most part, most of the products will stay in the line. The hand sanitizer hopefully will phase its way out as well as the mask.
Right.
A little COVID joke.
Yeah.
Since COVID is the biggest reason why we're in this position.
Right? Yes.
So come in, try a smoothie.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I can't recommend them enough. And it's a quick process. The price is literally unbeatable for a quality smoothie. And again, I am a consumer of this product, and I can tell you it's worth twice what he's charging for it. So definitely top shelf stuff, top shelf stuff. Okay, Jeff, what else do you have for us?
We're going to walk over and we're going to talk about the D8 products that we carry. There's been a little controversy or misinformation about Delta 8 THC, so let's walk over here and take a look at that.
I love controversy.
Okay, so the Delta 8 THC, how is it legal? How can they sell Delta 8 THC in retail stores in the state of Ohio? It all comes from the Farm Bill from 2018. The first thing with the Delta 8 is it comes from hemp. The difference between hemp and marijuana is the concentration of Delta 9 THC levels in a particular plant. So once a hemp plant gets above 0.3% Delta 9 THC, it becomes a marijuana plant. Hemp produces a lot of CBD and very little Delta 9 THC. On the other side, marijuana produces a lot of Delta 9 THC and very little CBD. So with that being said, Delta 8 THC comes from the hemp plant. It still contains less than 0.3% Delta 9 THC. So Delta 8 comes from the hemp, Delta 9's from the marijuana. It is psychoactive, and that is the question I get asked. It is very, very similar to the Delta 9 THC that most individuals are used to using or hearing about from marijuana.
Right.
However, not being a THC user, I have individuals that test all my Delta 8 product for me, and they're usually users of Delta 9 as well.
Right.
So they're taking it for medicinal reasons, for recreation, whatever their choice is. They are my experts, people that I lean on, which I should have mentioned earlier I use a lot of people to test products because I'm only one body and
You only need so much.
I can only get so much in here. So I use a lot of people that are what I would consider experts on different things that we're trying to carry in the store.
Right,
So
yeah.
like the Delta 8, I was in Florida, and it's very popular in Florida. So I feel like I brought Delta 8 back to Ohio from Florida. And, the different companies that we carry is Delta 8, is D8 High, and Patsy's Candies. This company right here has been in business for over 100 years, following fairs around making the best candies, caramel corns.
Yeah.
They're just a phenomenal company. With the new generations in the business and the popularity of CBD, they started adding CBD to their already amazing.
So it's a proper candy to start with. And then they threw the Delta 8.
They infused it with CBD first.
Right. Oh, okay.
Okay, and then in the last few months, probably 5 months, they started infusing it with Delta 8 as well. So the magic number is 25 milligrams.
Okay.
That seems like everyone in the Delta 8 manufacturing side, everything. So 25 milligrams, 25 milligrams, 25 milligrams. the GR8 Vibes, they have an immunity product that has the zinc and everything that the vitamin D that you needed to prevent COVID,
Correct.
hence the immunity. It also has 25 milligrams of Delta 8 in the product. Our gummies, 25 milligrams. They come in the apple, peach, and watermelon rings. We also carry the vape carts, and there's 900 milligrams of Delta 8 THC in each vape cart, and they're $30 each. $30 on the gummies here. We have different pricing on the candies. They're $4 a piece. However, when in stock's been kind of an issue with some things, especially in shipping, that most of you, I'm sure, are.
We're all aware of, yeah.
But we do have more product coming in. They make it in 4, so there's a dark chocolate that goes right here, but here's the sheet I'm looking for. So here's the different Delta 8 candies that Patsy's Candies makes, and like I said, $4 a piece, but you can get a sample of each one for $12, so it takes it down to $3.
Nice.
And then if you buy in bulk, so if you buy 10 pieces, you can get it for $30,
Yeah.
And you can mix and match and choose how you want. Caramels, which I found out yesterday that they have halted production on the caramels, which is their #1 selling item. I'm not sure the particulars on why they're not doing it. But it has nothing to do with the Delta 8. It has something to do with the manufacturing, the supply of something that goes into their caramels. Excellent companies. Very interesting product, to say the least. I never thought I would say that I'm selling THC, but it's the difference between the Delta 8 and Delta 9, which I was going to refer to earlier. I have people testing the products. Is with Delta 9 THC, a lot of people experience paranoia.
Yeah, common.
And with the Delta 8, they don't. It's great for people that are going through cancer treatment, that are not eating.
Right.
It aids in wanting to eat, which I know Delta 9 does the same thing.
Yeah.
Here is, you don't need the medical card. You can walk in right off the street. You can get some gummies.
Yeah.
If you're into the vape thing, you can vape it. We do have the flower, which is Delta 8. So you roll it up and basically make yourself your own, or put it in your own smoking device, and you can smoke it. So however you decide to use the Delta 8 product, it's all here. I have tons of testimonials from the customers. It's been the hottest ticket in here for the last 6-7 weeks. So I get a lot of feedback on the different products, and we've weeded out everything that is not a popular item.
Gotcha.
So we carry more Delta 8 products, or different, I should say,
Different
not really
ones.
more. We carry different products, and the feedback that I was getting from the customers were, I really like this one. This one's just kind of so-so. Well, the so-sos are gone. The hot items that we sell are in stock.
That's what's in stock.
And they're in stock today. I
Yeah.
can't tell you about tomorrow because over the weekend and last week we were pretty much out of most of the product. We had a couple vapes left, but just trying to get the product in a timely manner, but we're moving in the right direction. We have, once again, plenty of information that breaks down the profiles of the product, what Delta 8 THC is, the effects of it: happy, calm, motivated. Everything's listed, and from the source that it came from. A lot of people ask, will I pass a drug test if I take Delta 8 THC? It's too soon to really know the answer on that. However, realize that it can contain up to 0.3% Delta 9 THC, and we're talking about the natural native products. They're all THC free, to make sure that any individual that wants to pass a drug test can pass the drug test. However, with these products, they do contain some Delta 9 THC in the product. So over time, THC builds up in your fat cells.
In your fat cells, yes.
And you can basically test positive. It could be a false positive. It all depends on the company you work for, what type of drug test they're actually screening for. So if they're screening for Delta 9, you're probably going to be fine on that drug test unless you're eating 10, 15 candies every day on an everyday basis. Then you probably will not pass the drug test.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody when they ask me the question, will I pass a drug test? I tell them I really don't know the answer.
No way to know.
Some of this literature, one says that it will not, another one says that it will. So that's why I'm vague with it as well. As soon as we know how it affects people, and I don't think from a job performance standpoint that there's as much of an issue with the Delta 8 as the Delta 9, but that's just me speculating.
Yeah.
So, but how they're doing the testing is going to have to change. There's different professional sports that have allowed CBD, and you'll see them like on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
It's on their golf bags, it's on their hats. The players are openly talking about what they're using. So it's making steps. Now there's other sports that it's still on their substance abuse policy.
Right.
So it's going to take some time. I mean, we always say within the next year, things are going to be different. Well, I can tell you a year ago today till right now, I mean, there's a huge difference in what's going on in the CBD world compared to, everything else that was going on with the pandemic. So there's more and more research. The research didn't stop because of the pandemic.
Nice.
Some companies struggled because businesses weren't open.
Right.
But the research never stopped. And we're going to see the legalization of all marijuana and hemp products in the near future in all the states. I mean, but once again, that's just speculating. I don't have any concrete or news release for you. It's going to say, hey, a week from today, you're going to be able to do this. It'd be nice to know, but it's a gray industry. When it's a non-FDA regulated product, then you just kind of got to sit back and kind of see what the market does.
Right, and use your best judgment.
Exactly.
Think for yourself often.
Exactly.
All right, guys, thanks for stopping in. See you next time. Bye.